Well, okay then, hello there. After waiting like 2 hours for the English translations from the Rising Steel Twitter, we finally got it. Finally. So, as you can see here on the screen, new Rising Steel season Summertime Shine will be coming up. So Summertime arrives to Rising Steel a little early this year. The season reward character this time is Suguha decked out in her school swimsuit. Okay, that is a very interesting translation, very bold. So yeah, it is Suguha, as we will see in a minute here. In her school swimsuit, as we saw in the anime OVA. That's a pretty old episode, by the way. So yeah, of course, same price. The premium pass will cost you 300 cubes. I do advise you to buy it for 300 cubes. I don't know. I mean, you do get some more stuff with the 500 for the 500 cube one, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, you decide. It's not that much. It's like I don't know, it's a wallpaper and stuff like that. So the premium pass this time around includes a 4-star equipment, so it's this armor. Not only that, by raising the pass's level, you can also get materials needed for maximum breaking. Of course, I have no idea why they have these gray diamond cubes. So yeah, and so Silica is an illustration, by the way, that you can get by purchasing the premium pass and of course leveling it up. I think. By the way, it's not supposed to be Tisei's limit breaking crystal here. It's supposed to be Suguha's. I have no idea why they switched this out. I have no clue why this is Tisei again, but I mean, yeah, imagine that this is Suguha, by the way. So yeah, then of course we can see Alice in our and of course the new home team in all its glory, and you know, it just looks pretty nice. It looks pretty cool. And of course the list teams as well. I'm pretty excited about this the Asuna one, because it's Asuna. The other ones, you know, they can just sit there among the other list teams. I will most probably just use the Asuna one. So, Panic at the Pool Suguha. When I saw that she was a light element, I got so happy. Yes, I can finally make a light elemental tier list. But I will spoil it to you all who don't know. It's Alice and EYDIS, the new characters, as you can see by the thumbnail. They are not a light element, but I will talk about that a bit later. So she is of course the season pass character that you will be able to maximum break for free. Of course, very interesting art. Poor Kirito just, you know, drowning. Of course, below Suguha. You know, it is what it is. So yeah, light element sword user. Ooh, that's a pretty long incarnate skill, not gonna lie. So in mermaid mode, of course I only pulled up her mermaid mode details. I don't really care about the normal stuff. Mermaid mode incarnate magic attack on all enemies, deals more damage based on a number of enemy targets. Damage increase capped at 25% when there are 2 or more enemy targets, buffs all allies' power, so that the more targets they have, the more damage they do for 2 turns. That is very good, very interesting. So she's very similar to the water break EYDIS, who also has an assault skill. You know that she I mean, against the multiple target boss, she was very strong, but of course not as strong as against single target bosses. But anyways, yeah, so basically how her incarnate skill works is that the more targets she can hit, the stronger, the more damage she deals, basically. So she's a charger, magic attack on all enemies, deal more, yeah, so basically this is the same thing. She deals more damage the more targets she can hit, and of course is the same cap, and then raises incarnate trust by 24%, and then her assault skill is the same thing. So in my opinion, she's a pretty cool character. Of course she will be mostly used to like clean up like, you know, older cathedral stages where you just, you know, need to AoE those mobs to get onto the bosses. So I think she'll definitely be great for that. I have no clue how strong she will be. She might be a very strong unit, and I mean we might as well just get a light element ranking event after this wind ranking event. The light element boss might even have more than one target, so we can know. So Alice and EYDIS, both wind element characters. I will talk about Alice first. Summer with you. Okay, that's a pretty, you know, basic name, I guess, for the banner. But it's alright. Floating in the lake, Alice. Alice comes with a charge debuff and mermaid mode. Let's see. So, her incarnate skill is mermaid mode incarnate. Magic attack on a single enemy. Damage increased by 15% on enemies inflicted with magic or physical resistance debuffs. Raises incarnate break by... Oh! Okay. That is pretty cool. She will break a whole lot. Let me say that much. And I mean, oh my god, her art. You know, her art. I'm gonna go so deep for these two. By the way, they are limited characters. Before you like ask, they are limited characters. Their banner is gonna be here for a month, as you can see down here. And they are coming in 2 days from the time I'm uploading this video. So on a Wednesday. So yeah, I mean, I'm just hyped. So Alice is a breaker, of course. Magic attack strong on single enemy, lowers enemies incarnate charge by 20% for 2 turns. That is pretty good. And then lowers magic resistance by 20% for a turn, of course, so that she deals more damage later on in her incarnate and her assault skill. And then of course she recovers HP, which is very good. Of course, like healing on attack is just so OP. And of course she's gonna be a magic attack character, so if you have rings built, and you know, the more magic attack a healer character has, the more they will heal, basically. So this Alice, you know, she also uses magic attacks, so you will need to build magic attack rings for her. She will heal a whole lot with even if this is a weak healing. I think this will be around like 4,000, maybe even 5,000, depending on her attack stat, of course. And then her assault skill is a magic attack, extra strong on single enemy, damage increased by 15% on enemies inflicted with physical or magic resistance debuffs, and then recovers HP of all allies. Of course, pretty. She seems like a pretty basic unit, but of course, she's pretty damn strong, as we will see. By the way, I do have the live stream pulled up, and I will show their incarnate skills in a second. I just want to talk about EYDIS as well. Of course, another pretty nice Maximum Broken art. I mean, to be honest, I like both of their arts. Of course, I do like both of their arts. You know, these are not arts that will like, you know, blind you when you open the game at night. I hope. I mean, this one looks pretty pretty light, but I mean the Alice one will surely be alright, I think. But so yeah, I mean, now one thing I cannot get over is why did they give her high heels when she's at the beach in swimsuit? Why? So out of the two, in my opinion, EYDIS is the interesting character, but Alice is the stronger one. Alice will be the damage dealer, so she will be the unit that you want to get up to 120. But I'm not sure if the same thing about EYDIS. I think EYDIS is worth getting up to 105 because of this. I will talk about in a second. So, starting with her incarnate skill, she does an incarnate magic attack on a single enemy. A recollection field +3, which is very good. This is the third wind element recollection field unit. I mean, you know, that is more than enough in my opinion. Then wind elemental charge increases according to what step the recollection field gauge is, of course. When the party's incarnate is 40% or lower. So I mean, yeah, this is a very good incarnate skill, by the way. I mean, both of them are, you know, they are limited characters, so of course they are very special. and they are just both, they'll both be crazy. Then her charge skill is a magic attack strong on single enemy, lowers enemies incarnate charge by 20% for 2 turns, so it's the same thing as what Alice does on her break skill, by the way. And then assault skill is a magic attack as strong on single enemy, damage increases by 15% when using skill link. This is a first, by the way, and I mean this whole EYDIS, her whole like this assault skill, and then her whole kit, by the way, is a first, because she has a brachial which rotates her out after she uses the brachial. So it is here. So basically, as you can see, I mean there's a whole lot of new UI stuff that you can see. Like we can see the 2 times speed, which I will talk about in a second, and then yeah, we can see both Alice and EYDIS here in action. And yeah, so I don't know, I mean the devs, they made some stupid moves, so I have no idea why she would break-out the Tisei, but we are not here for that. So you can see that she break-out Tisei, and then immediately, of course, the rotation mechanic comes in. So she needs to be rotated out. You must rotate her out, which could be a drawback actually. But I mean we'll see, of course, how things will look like. And then yeah, you can even see who her special partner is, so it's even much so it's of course much easier for you to like know, and you don't need to look it up and stuff. And of course you can see the 2 times speed, they are moving so fast, and you know, it's just so smooth, the game is. So yeah, going back to EYDIS, brachial with of course rotation skill, in my opinion. By the way, after she's rotated out, you can see that it's recasting, so I think you can't bring her out again until after the boss attacks. I'm not sure about that, but you know, we did have previous rotation characters, so I mean yeah, I'm sure that players will figure out many strategies with this character, because I mean she's the first of her kind, and she's very special in my opinion. So yeah, I mean these two will be very fun to play with. So let me show you Alice's incarnate skill right here. If YouTube wants to load, I mean if my internet wants to load. So I mean yeah, let's see. Of course, I mean, we did get this event again. That's why they were playing, by the way. I'm gonna give a bit of context. So we are gonna get 125 cubes because they did reach the like damage number that they wanted. Not with this incarnate skill, but with the one after. But yeah, I mean they both have pretty fun looking incarnate skills. So I mean that was basically it for Alice's, and I'm not sure where EYDIS's is. It should be somewhere around here though. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it should be here, or did they do the yeah, they did. Okay, let us see EYDIS's incarnate skill, because EYDIS's incarnate skill is just so good. Yeah, it should be this one. So in my opinion, EYDIS's incarnate skill is just one of the most fun I've seen in this game. I mean, they really went out their way. It's not even like, you know, it's a crazy animation or stuff like that, but it's just fun. It's just pure fun. Okay, I skipped way too much. But yeah, you can see her giving the 3 recollection field. And yeah, it's basically them playing volleyball, and then EYDIS is just running. In my opinion, it's pretty fun. And then she fell, of course. So I mean yeah, so she didn't deal as much damage as Alice. Of course she's not an enhanced mode unit, so she won't do as much, but I mean still they both are pretty OP units. And yeah, by the way, there are many changes to the UI that they made. And yeah, I mean yeah, I just want to show you their skills. Like yeah, they do have some like basic looking skills, but I mean you know, Alice sending you the kiss. Oh, yeah, I mean, they really wanted to go all out with these units. So yeah, latest info on, these are basically quality of life updates. So battle, double speed mode, of course we have already seen that, I don't need to say much. Then of course, in the last live stream we actually got news about this thing, that exchange sword points added. Players will receive points that they can use to exchange for exchange swords when a specific equipment is sold. So when you sell an equipment that you don't need after you did a weapon summon, and you sell of course the 3-star and 2-star swords, and you will basically get exchange sword points for that you can later on exchange for exchange swords. So many exchanging, right? Yeah, and this thing they will gonna provide at a later date. They are by the way gonna give us the points for what we sold in the past as well. So that is a very good thing, for older players of course, who summon like many times on weapons banners and stuff. And then they did add friend points as extra rewards to the event passes, which is, I don't know how much friend points they are gonna add. I'm not really in need of friend points, so I have no idea why this was necessary, but I mean, I guess I'll take it. And then of course there is this new Mooncradle arc animation released in in-app from today. So there's a new story event in game that you can play through, and there's this new Mooncradle of course story animation. It's a pretty interesting story animation. It's basically about Kirito, who is gonna of course attempt to fly his spaceship, and of course it's like, Asuna leading this whole event and everything. And you can see, I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's A1 Pictures who did the animation. It's the same animator studio as they did the Sword Art Online anime too. So yeah, that's why we got a high quality animation this time. So I mean, yeah, they were a bit late, but I mean, I'm not really bothered by it. I have no idea why they just really plan to release it now instead. It's just weird. So yeah, I mean, they basically like count down right here. You can basically watch the animation for yourself. It is on Twitter, on of course in game and everything. So I'm not gonna show this to you with sound, but I mean, yeah, it's a pretty short animation. It's basically like Kirito just trying to fly in the underworld. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, this moment when Asuna just, okay, I'm gonna move you, like, yeah, I mean, this yeah, very interesting. Yeah, by the way, Kirito did live through the crash. Don't worry, he's fine. Anyways, that is it for this news video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's more than 20 minutes long. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have a long editing session right here. So I'm gonna see you tomorrow most probably, or the day after that, because I don't really have many news to cover. So yeah, I mean, we will get previews in game tomorrow for the new units, and then we'll see what will happen after that. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all are excited as I am, because I'm hyped. So yeah, I'll see you then. Bye bye.